Hey guys, so a friend of mine, Boris, just posted a video with a push-up challenge. It's 25 push-ups a day for 25 days, and then you're supposed to challenge somebody else each day. And the idea behind this is suicide prevention. Um, I'm really not a fan of these sort of chain um, you know, Facebook posts or things like that. But when I thought about this particular challenge, I am a fan of the idea. And if you're a friend of mine on Facebook or you've been watching my YouTube channel, you'll remember that I basically gave myself a fitness challenge when this sort of pandemic started, because back in March, I found out that I wasn't going to be able to go home to see my family in the Philippines, my wife and my 4-year-old son and 2-year-old daughter. So that was depressing as shit, you know. I mean, if if anybody has a reason to be depressed, there's plenty of people with plenty of reasons to be depressed out there these days. But that I'll be honest, that's depressing. And I knew that that would be depressing, and I knew that, you know, I could, if I didn't do something, I could start making bad decisions that sort of spiral that depression in a downward way. Like, you know, I mean, for one, I was already 254 pounds and a bit out of shape and overweight, but I knew that I eat when I'm stressed, I eat when I'm anxious, I eat when I'm depressed. So I knew I could just go ahead and start eating whatever the heck I wanted, to sort of, you know, as my self-medication. And I also like beer. You know, I'm not a hard alcohol guy, but so, you know, it would be easy to slip into that sort of negative cycle. But I know, because I read books and I've gotten myself out of negative cycles before, and I know that that's just a bad, terrible thing to do to yourself, and it doesn't have a good outcome. So I chose to go the other way, which was to give myself something positive and productive to do, and hopefully spiral up out of that depressed state. So I gave myself the goal of getting shredded, and I was able to do it. I in 3 months I lost 36 pounds. So I went from 254 down to 218, and I posted those videos. You can check them out if you want. But so then my challenge sort of completed, and I got a vacation from work. But again, I wasn't able to see my family. I wasn't able to get access into the Philippines because of travel restrictions. So I went home, and then I went home to Alaska to my parents, and stayed with them for 5 weeks. And you know, it was an alright time, but I definitely, you know, I ate more than I should have, and I drank a lot of beer and stuff, and I did get really depressed, and I you know, I'll be honest, I'm still depressed because, hey, it's July. I haven't seen my family in what is that, 7 months. It's the end of July. Left them in the end of January, and there's no good outlook on when I get to see them again. So anyways, 2020 is just a shit year for everyone, and I know people are suffering, and I know there's a lot of depression going around. So I think the idea of a fitness challenge that you pass on to other people is worthwhile. I'm not going to do the chain thing, like specifically calling people out, but I do want to show you the workout system that I use, and what I particularly like about the workout system that I use is that, so I'm working 11 hours a day, 7 days a week, so I don't have time or energy to go to the gym before or after work or anything like that. So what I have been doing, and what I've been doing for the last 5 years, is a program where basically I do about 10 minutes of exercise in any given day. And what I do is, like, let's say I'm doing a day where I'm doing just chest, or usually I'll combine chest and abs together. So I do calisthenics mostly, and I do some things with dumbbells, but calisthenics. So I'm gonna do push-ups, but there's a whole progression of push-ups, and going, all the way to solid one-arm push-ups is the sort of the end of the progression. But one of the things I found is that it's if you build the idea of getting back in shape into a big thing in your mind, it takes, especially if you haven't done it in a while, it takes a lot of activation energy just to get started. And so people end up putting it off. So what I like about the program I do is it's so freaking easy to take that first baby step. And on any given day, my first baby step is what I call the level 1 push-up. So this is just to check that box, to get you started, to get over that activation energy hurdle. Anybody can do this, whether you're super out of shape, whether you're old, whether you're injured. I'm pretty sure just about anybody can do this. So all you do is you stand an arm's length away from the wall, fingers extended. Okay, then you do a push-up position. Lean in. Okay, my elbows go down and towards my body, and I push until my nose touches, and then I slowly push away. Then I push until my nose touches, and I slowly push away. Now, there's nothing easier in my mind than starting off with something like this. And my goal is to do 25 of these. And of course, when I'm doing my exercises, I progress to more difficult push-ups. But the point of showing you this is just to show you how easy it is to get started. And if you start off slow, you're not going to get the negative aspects of working out initially that deter a lot of people from continuing to work out. For example, a lot of people go and they think they just got to hit the gym hard on day one. And if their body's not ready for it, or even if it is, they end up super sore the next day. And maybe their joints and tendons aren't ready for it, and they end up getting injured. And I'll be honest, I've done that before, lifting heavy weights too soon when I've just gotten back into working out. So those are easy mistakes to make. This workout, what I do is I do it during my work day, and I basically do 10 sets. And each set takes less than a minute. And I start off super freaking easy like this. But if you do them slow, you'll still feel it. You start off super easy like this, and then you just do one set. And then you let an hour go by, and basically every hour on the hour, you just do one set. And it's that simple. And when you're ready, when you can do at least 25 of this level 1, you progress to level 2, and so on and so forth. And eventually, you'll be doing one-arm push-ups 10 times a day, and you'll be super in shape. And there's things other than just push-ups you can do. There's squats, abs, bridges, what else? Back exercises like pulls, I'll call them, horizontal and vertical pulls, things like that. And then you can do everything at a differing levels. And anyways, I'll get more into that later. But that was just to show you and just to get you started. And here's what I want you to do. Don't hesitate. Just try that. Just try those push-ups. If you can do those, you've done step 1. You're on the path to getting healthier and fitter. And fitness is a great way to, it's a great positive thing you can do right now in this crazy times to basically improve your mood, prevent you from getting some negative habits, warding off negative addictions, things like that. And if you end up getting fit, maybe you inspire some other people. I know that, myself losing 36 pounds in 3 months, I've had several coworkers and friends come up and say that I inspired them to get back in shape. So you never know. You might inspire some people, you might help some people out. So, yeah, go ahead, give it a shot. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.